frustrating for me this week. To be, just be totally honest. I'm not here to ever put on airs.
Sure.
So I am coming a little bit more understanding on it that it's a historical, it's a historical text. Everything's not ordained by God. People are people. Free will is free will, and that's why you see some of the things that you see. But two things I want to first, and the two things are directly. It's like they make no sense going together.
Right.
But it just this is I feel like maybe the complexity that we instill into our lives when we could ultimately make things so much more simple for ourselves if we just kind of let go. And I know it. I talked about it probably last episode or two. I made a reel about it. Just let go and let God, take the wheel, and you'll be more peaceful and content. But it's just going through the day to day, knowing what you know, learning what you know, following the path you're following. Man, it still wavers. Things happen, and sometimes just your mood is. I feel like sometimes my mood just takes me away from closeness with God. If I'm just in a sour or grumpy mood, but I will number one talk about the power of God, the only power that could do what I've done. I mean, and if anyone that's listening now, I know we got a lot of new people on Rumble, so they may not have been, going through the archives on the podcast. But if you do, if you have any problems, any bad habits you want to crush or quit, believe me, I've done it and I beat it, and the blueprint's right there. But the one that isn't there was the energy drinks. It's the stupidest thing in the world. You think, all the things that I've overcome in my life, whether it was lust or drugs or criminal thinking. And I would just probably go back and forth, though, creating greatness in the last like 3 years, just going, man, and I was being honest with the audience. Like, I just can't beat it. I can't kick it. And then here we go, about a couple months ago, and we start doing more, God related podcasts. We start getting a little bit closer to Jesus in our speech and what things we're talking about. And I start doing the Bible study, and then Lent comes up, and then here we are, man. Lent's way over. I haven't touched it. And to me, that's only the power of God. It's like when you don't have the power to do something, you don't have the willpower to do it, you don't have the strength. I mean, it seems like the simplest and most stupidest thing, and part of me was not even going to mention it, but I just go, no, this is too big to ignore. Like, you're going from a can like of this big of a nasty energy drink that was literally killing me. I felt it tearing my stomach apart, but I just kept ingesting it. Like, I did not have the power or the strength on my own to get rid of it.
Yeah.
And then I almost had the empty bottle to show you that my caffeine consumption now, it's a little tiny bottle of healthy ingredients, turmeric, ginger, things that are good for my stomach, with a little bit of caffeine, just enough that, I guess I'm not to the point where I could totally eliminate it. But healthy, tiny little healthy liquid from a huge can of something that was destroying my whole entire stomach. And then you go from the feeling on that. Now, before, it wasn't just the energy drinks, it was every vitamin, every supplement, anything I can get my hands on to try to make me feel better, because I always felt like crap.
Yeah.
What I didn't really know, what I know now, it was the energy drinks that were slowly destroying my stomach. And for the 15-minute lift I got, or the boost, where I could do a podcast, or I could do a workout, or I could do this, then I have a 5-hour lull where I just totally feel awful. So then, like I said, we're way past, haven't touched the stuff every single day. I mean, this is going to sound like a lie. Dude, I feel great every day, man. There are moments within days where I sag. But as far as a day, man, I've never felt better. I've never felt better than I felt like during Lent, and then now after, because I'm carrying over the practices that I put into place, like not doing energy drinks. I'm doing this push-up challenge where I'm doing 50 push-ups every day. What was the other thing that I was doing? Oh, fasting. I was doing a lot of fasting during Lent. I started Lent with a 36-hour fast, dude, where I just drank juice.
Nice.
It was almost to the point where I would say it's life-changing. So then I was in church the other day, and he was talking about, how we should sacrifice to the Lord, how we should show our love and by doing different things like praying and fasting. And then it just got me on the fasting thing. And I go, yeah, I should do some fasting for the Lord. I'm sorry. I want to show, I want to honor. Yeah, I want to honor him in ways that I can, the ways that I know how. So I've been doing the fasting 16, 18 hours a day. I eat dinner at like 2 o'clock and I don't eat until like 10 o'clock the next morning. Um, it gets difficult, but once again, never felt better. Never felt better. My energy is through the roof. Uh, you know, if it's not in great bursts, it's just in a sustain. I'm 45 years old, man. I can keep moving all day long. I mean, outside in the yard, working out, kids, in the kitchen, cooking for the kids, activity to activity, activity. I got 3 boys that are homeschooled that I need to keep them busy, man. Now it's summer, so we're almost done school like this week. Always being active with the kids, doing the homeschooling, doing the coaching, doing extra stuff. And yeah, man, I never felt better. That's the power of God. There's no power like it. There's nothing else I could have done that in my life. I tried to do this so many times and failed until I put my head against the wall, and then I finally broke.